Guys, what's up? The name is Citranite. Welcome to another toy review in the same week. Yeah. I'm trying to get all these out of the way, more content for you guys, and yes, by the way, I do have an Infinity Gauntlet on my hand, so it is going to be distracting, but just try not to focus on it during the review. And holy crap, I'm reviewing a figure that I've wanted for a very long time. I got it recently. I wasn't even looking for it, and I just found it, and I said, I gotta get this. I've been looking for this for 2 months now, and I finally have it. I got it with my Soundwave, the Siege Voyager Soundwave, so that was nice. So I got two of the most wanted figures of the beginning of 2019, and of course, this thing is bad A. It is so cool. Oh man, Jetfire was one of my favorite Transformers from the Michael Bay films, and just a disclaimer, I don't like the Michael Bay films very much. But I do like the Transformer designs. Well, some of them I do, like, not Soundwave, because that's not Soundwave. But anyway, this is one of my favorite designs, and I've started liking this design more recently, as of now. And I don't like Studio Series. I'm going to put that out on the floor. I don't like Studio Series. I mean, okay, I like the robot modes, but most of the vehicle modes, transforming them is such a pain that it is so frustrating. So I don't really want to do reviews on Studio Series, but I like this figure too much, and I need content. So I'm reviewing Studio Series now. And a new rule with Studio Series is they're going to be in vehicle mode first, because I'm not transforming them on camera from robot to vehicle. No, that's going to go from vehicle to robot, because so you guys stick around longer. But I babbled on for 2 minutes, so let's get into this review. So this is Jetfire, clearly. Very nice, big vehicle mode. It is seriously huge. I mean, but I guess that's kind of the point. But before anybody says anything, yes, this is not fully transformed. There's a few things that I haven't done to it, but it's transformed enough without me literally throwing this figure halfway across the room. And this is by no means a bad figure. This is a great figure, actually. This is probably my favorite Studio Series figure. I don't know, maybe Scrap Metal takes that place, but this is the awesomest one. Oh man, it's so cool. But of course I have to show you how cool it is. But let's focus on the jet mode. So I do have a light back here. Let's see if this works. Give it just a little bit. And pick up the figure, you know. It doesn't work very well, but it's got some nice decals. It's got the Skunkworks decals, the 17872 decal. Got some nice red striping down the side. A lot of kibble underneath. It's outrageous. Nice cockpit. It's got very fine detail. Really cool little yellow dot there. That's really nice. Got some nice landing gear. Flipping around. No yellow dot on this side. Again, nice cockpit with some more unreadable decals. Again, same thing on this side. The Skunkworks logo and the 17872. And then these things are not supposed to be here. They're supposed to be under the jet, but I'm not moving them. So, a really nice vehicle mode. Again, this is popping off, and this back is popping off, but it looks good enough to review. Like, this is a very big figure. There's no, like, articulation or anything on it, so it's really just this. I wouldn't even, like, touch this very much, because it's such a fragile thing that it's just not worth it. So, yeah. Oh, and look at me. Let's take a quick look at the packaging, too. Okay, we got a nice artwork of Jetfire, which I'm not sure why they don't use on the whole box, because that is some really nice artwork for Jetfire. Studio Series Jetfire, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. This is Studio Series number 35. Transformers Generations, authentic to Karatomi. On the side of the box, we got a nice Autobot logo, which is accurate. And then, of course, we have another render of Jetfire, not this one, a new one, this one is his old render. And then, of course, this is authentic! And that's not focusing. Then on the back of the box, we got stupid product shots, because that looks way better than the actual product. Because the beard is silver, and this beard is actually black. But a nice jet mode on the back. This is 36 steps to transform Megatron, which I wish I would have gotten too. And then we have 35 series of crap. Don't need anything in the box. Pyramid Desert Battle, Big Screen Inspired. And then on the side of the box, we have the same artwork from this side, but it's closer up so you can see that ugly, hideous face without his mouth. 35 series, leader class, and on the back of on the bottom of the box, so we have the most important thing that you. We have the barcode. So placing it back down. No more of the box. So back to the jet mode, of course, and we're gonna tilt the camera down so we can see it. There we go. So this is very, very cool. Like, look at that. Oh yeah. But we've already focused on this, and it does come with one accessory. This axe. As you know, accuracy. But before we get into size comparison, we're gonna show you where you can plug this in. So on the back, of course, lots of cable. This plugs in somewhere right here. Or somewhere right here. I can't really remember now that I'm thinking about it because I've never done it. I don't know, maybe it plugs in something like right here. Anyway. But that's where it plugs in. So, size comparison. So there's this. I don't really know how to compare the size. This thing is seriously huge. Oh, it's like massive. So I'm going to back up a little bit and take this off. So I'm going to do a little more recent figure, which they're both recent. We have Siege Shockwave. And again, I can't even show you how big this is, because this is huge, but there's the best you're going to get. Because, holy crap. These guys are huge. He's probably like 3 inches shorter. This guy's so much heavier, though. Oh, man. I think I'm going to cry. But let's scoot you guys in to get that nice detail. But on to the transformation. This guy has a simple untransformation thing. All you gotta do, come here, break it apart. Unsnap this, fold this flap up, untab these, and this is so big I can't even tell you how big. I'm gonna detach this from the face. There's his face, which you'll see close up in a minute. Popping this in from this position, popping this. What? Oops. Flipping this up, and then this, split this apart, separate it, giving a gateway for this. Then on the back side, you're going to want to pull this down again. Hit an iron peg. Pull these all the way out. Grab this. And you're going to want to pull it out. And then unpeg it and then flip it down like that. Then these feet, if they have already come undone like this, you want to separate them this way. And then you're going to connect this weight joint. Holy crap, that's really close. I didn't even realize. So this waist joint is reconnected once again. And now you've got this jumble of an abomination that can't even fit on my screen. So I'm gonna raise my screen up. If you guys will just give me a second. Alrighty, there we go. That looks much better for you guys to see. So, if it'll focus on the figure. So what we need to do is come around here, flip this foot up, flip this little toe out of the thing right here. Focus on the figure, please. So it looks like that. And then we'll get to that in a second. Same thing on this side. Flip this, pull this out. Do this. If it will focus on the toy for a second. Then come back up here on the main torso, flip this arm up. Right here. I've never dealt with a figure this big. I mean, I own figures bigger than this. I mean, what I'm saying is, tap those in. What I'm saying is, I've never dealt with a figure that is this big on camera. Because I've got way bigger figures than this. This is not even top 10. Actually, it's probably top 10. So you want to flip this in here. So it kind of collapses, and he's got his body back. Yay for Jetfire. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab these, and you're gonna totally, which way is it? And you're going to rotate them 180 degrees. And then fold this down. Flip that down. And then rotate this 180 degrees. Flip that back in place. And now we're basically done. Of course, I like my Jetfire with closed legs. Like so. And then finally, plug this in. There's a little thing right here. Plug that little piece right into there, and then same with you. Right in there. And then, of course, the hands. Flip those out. On this side too. Flip them out. And there you basically have Jetfire. Flip these down, position these how you really want them. And there's Jetfire basically. Oops. But these like to be difficult, especially this side. Plug that right back in on the side. Come on, plug in. There we go. And yeah, very, very cool figure. Oh my gosh. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back now. So this figure does come with accessories. But before we get onto that, we need to get into articulation. The head can move up that far and down that far. It can move all the way around 360 degrees. These things can move as you please. These things can move as you please as well. He's got a nice kick. Move forward that far, move back that far. And then you can play around with this to determine how what you want it. The hands can move up, down, and out. And then back in, but mine is super stiff there. And the tab doesn't support that. So, 2 accessories. Put that down. Because there's 2 things. This battle axe, which we already mentioned, and this thing. You have this thing left over from the jet mode. What you want to do, flip this out. It'll focus on the stupid staff. And then flip this out. It's not a staff anyway, it's a cane. And then see that there's a little port on his hand here. You're just going to want to jam that into lower him a little bit so we can actually use the cane. And there we go. Now we have Old Man Jetfire. And this simple touch just made this figure so nice. And if you'll give me a second, I'm going to get him into a pose. Okay, I lied. This isn't really a pose, but whatever. So this figure's got the same detail as the jet mode as for all the black parts, but now has a nice new head sculpt coming out. Some nice thigh thrusters, nice detail on the stomach underneath there. Arm detail, some more arm detail, and that's about it, that difference-wise. And some nice hand detail, which I guess I'll show. Yeah, nice hand detail. So, now you've got this piece of junk. Well, if you go up close on the figure, you'll see that both sides have this little tab, and that's annoying. Both sides have this little tab right here that you can plug in, and just like this should be staying plugged in, but it's not. So you can plug that in. It requires a little bit of force, but once you get it, you'll have a nice battle axe. But say you don't want Jetfire to be the malicious warrior that he is, or once was, then you flip this wing right up here, and on that wing there, I wonder if I can see it if I zoom up. Yep, right there. See that little indent up there? That is a little peg. And then on the back of this axe, there's a peg. That can peg in rather nicely, but I can't see the peg because it's all black and I'm looking through two cameras. But there we go. It is not the prettiest weapon storage, but it doesn't make him look any less cool. So Jetfire is an awesome figure, and I 100% recommend it. If you don't own it, you need to own it quickly. This figure is so cool and deserves so much praise, and I believe it's still considered the best figure of the Studio Series line. I'm not sure if any of the newer ones have taken that line, like Scrap Metal or Shatter, but to me, this is the best figure that I own as far as Studio Series wise, and is one of the coolest figures I own. But because I have a heart, I'm going to do a size comparison. I'm not doing shock length, though. Here is War for Cybertron Soundwave. Pretty cool. Ooh, we got hiccups. And here's War for Cybertron Siege Starscream. Pretty cool. Here is War for Cybertron Siege Magnus. Pretty cool. Let me get a better figure. Here is Studio Series Rampage. And Studio Series Barricade. I didn't have those already. I didn't know I was doing a size comparison with all the figures. And because I can, here's Studio Series, here's Siege Ironhide, and here is Lego Overwatch Bastion. So there you go. So overall, this figure is nice. It's clean. It does everything right if you want a cool Jetfire, and it's just an overall bad A figure. This has been Citranite signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe or I will staple a lobster to the ceiling. I am out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you next time.